Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and I'm doing a collective tarot reading for the economy and money. So really, this is sort of like a money reading for the collective. When it comes to the money readings, I usually do those for each individual sign last when it comes to the tarot readings, because I usually do the general, which, by the way, all of the readings for August are up. So the general readings are up, the love readings are up, and the money readings are up for every single sign for August. September, I just did the general readings for all of the signs for September. If you're a Virgo, you got a bonus birthday reading as well. And when I get ready to do the love readings for September, you will get a birthday bonus love reading and a birthday bonus money reading when I get ready to do the money readings. But this is for the collective. Whatever reading you decide to watch on my channel or listen to on the podcast, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I've said all that, when I was doing the pre-shuffle energy, entrepreneur energy was coming out super duper strong when I was doing this. These economy money tarot readings for the collective, I do these once a month, usually around the middle of the month, and here we are. So one thing I will say, when I did the general reading for Taurus for September, one of the things that I had picked up for that sign is that they were looking to start an actual store business, is what they were looking to do. A physical location type business, looking for a building and all of this other stuff. For this entrepreneurial energy that I'm picking up, for some of you, I don't feel this is a gig thing. Yes, technically, if you're a gig worker where you just do stuff here and do stuff there, yeah, your independent contractor is probably under your LLC or your Inc. or what have you. But I don't really consider that a business. The energy that I'm picking up when it comes to entrepreneur is that I feel some people will be starting a business, as in the goal is to expand, hire people, make their mark on the world, be on the cover of Forbes or whatever it is that they aspire to do. They're looking to build a business, to have revenue coming in, whether it's from a product, from a talent, or whatever. But I really feel that's there. Also, something else that I picked up too. For some of you, if you are not employed right now, you may have been looking for a job, or you may be employed at a job that doesn't pay what you want it to pay, or it doesn't fulfill you the way you want a job to fulfill you. So you're going towards starting your own business. Now, you may keep the job for those of you who do have the job and still start your own business. But the goal of this business is for it to be self-sufficient, for you to be independent, and for money to come in, and then eventually you can employ people of your own. That is the energy that I'm picking up. One of the things that I heard two things actually. One was a helping hand. Someone may come in and help you with this. They may have some type of knowledge where, let's say you're starting a business with coffee or whatever. You may have someone in your circle that already has done the coffee business, or they know someone who's in the coffee business. And they may say, hey, can you help my friend out, whatever. And they may or they may not, because technically you would be their competitor, but these are minor details. So, but you know what I'm saying? Where there may be someone with some knowledge and you have a connection with them and they're like, oh, well, let me help you out on that. Or someone may want to do the exact same thing, and something just said, be careful who you share your ideas with. Thank you. Be careful who you share your ideas with. But someone wants to do the exact same thing, but they want a partner. And they may have a certain set of skills, and you may have a certain set of skills, and your skills may complement each other. So when both of you find out, oh, we're both looking to do the same thing. Well, you know how to do this and I know how to do that. We could maybe make something work. Some of that might happen too. For others of you, it just may be a helping hand where, let's say you need $1,000 to get your business started. Your family members or friends or whatever in your circle, there may be someone in your circle that's like, oh, well, let me go ahead and invest in you. I believe in you. I believe that you can do this. And they might be your angel investor. So helping hand was something that I did here. But the other thing that I heard, going back to the entrepreneurial part, was business state of mind, is what I heard. Business state of mind. And it's where you're looking at things through the eyes of a business, is what you're doing. And you're looking to start an actual business and figure out how to get customers and clients and things like that. So you're gravitating towards that energy. And like I said, some of you who may have been looking for a job but haven't found the job that you wanted, you just may be like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and start a business. And you'll figure out a way to do it, because you can start businesses with little to no money, depending on what type of business you're going in when it comes to inventory and things like that. But that's sort of the pre-shuffle energy that I was digging into. I don't know what's coming out in the main energy, but we're about to find out. So let's get started. Okay, I'll start with my Angels of Abundance Oracle deck, and then I'll work my way on down through all the decks. May I have the energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. May I have the energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. May I have the energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? And also, I just heard something about businesses. There might be a lot of layoffs happening over the next 30 days too. Because I heard something about business, going back to the business state of mind. What does a business have to do to survive? There may be a situation with some businesses where they're like, you know what, we have to let some people go. Or for some of you who may already be business owners, you may have to let someone go. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. May I have some cards, please? Thank you. May I have another card, please? All right, thank you. So set this here, set that there. Okay, so at the heart of the matter, I'm going to start with that first. This one says release jealousy. This is at the heart of the matter, release jealousy. It says jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success or successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So on this release jealousy, there may be people around you who have talents, or people around you who are doing well. Let's say they started a business. Instead of in their business is doing well, they were able to buy a new car or do this or do that or go on vacation or what have you. Instead of getting caught up in, well, why is it happening for them? I mean, I'm just as smart as they are. I work just as hard as they do. Why isn't it happening for me? Instead of being in that energy, be in the energy of, well, okay, let's go back to what I just said. You may feel that you're smarter than that person. You may feel that you work harder than that person. All right. Well, then if that's the case, if they can get it and you already feel in the healthy self-esteem and you already feel that, wait a minute, I know I'm smarter than them. I know I work harder than them. Then that already should tell you, okay, well, if they can do it, I can too. That's the energy you should be in, instead of, well, why do they get it? Why is it happening for them and it's not happening for me? Don't worry about that. That's their timeline. That's whatever's going on in their life that was purposed for them. Worry about what's going on in your life and what's purposed for you. Because as you continue to move forward, as long as you're moving forward, you will pick up more things and it will eventually guide you to where you're supposed to be. But you can't go on the journey if you're stuck in jealousy. So keep that in mind. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, now on the outside, it says visualize abundance in all forms. Visualize abundance in all forms. It says, God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Visualize abundance in all forms. Right? And then the other card on the outside, block out distractions. Block out distractions. So in other words, don't binge watch TV shows. I can be guilty of that sometimes too. It's like my escapism after working. But yeah, I mean, it's okay to take a break, but at the same time, if you're not where you want to be, then don't let yourself become easily distracted. The card says, your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Block out distractions. So as you're on your journey of stability, or creating more stability if you're already stable, whatever the financial goal is, then make sure that you're not easily distracted by things around you. All right, let me do my other oracle deck right quick. May I have the energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. Energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. Energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Woo, that just, okay. Hold on, card flew down. Got it. And then this one's in the middle. Yeah. All right, may I have another card, please? Thank you. This is on the outside. What's at the bottom of the deck? And then coffins at the bottom of the deck. Also, I forgot to say the bottom of the deck for the angel of windfall of abundance. And keep that in mind. Windfall of abundance. It says an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms. Some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So keep that in mind, because at the heart of the matter, we have skull. It's interesting that this is with release jealousy. And with skull, it says rough patch, borrowing money, low on cash, and it says career, hospice, healer, no work, reinvention. So this is the thing. I'm going back to the economy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of layoffs over the next 30 days. For the month of September, so we're in August right now, the middle of August. So I would probably say throughout the month of September, there will probably be a large amount of layoffs. Now, whether they're covered in the news, that remains to be seen. Because layoffs have been happening, but they haven't really been covered in the news. But I feel like there might be a large amount for some people. The thing is that for some people, they're dealing with this rough patch, which is what's going on in regards to the economy. But also, if you notice in career, it says reinvention. You see that right there? Hold on, I'm trying to get my finger under it. You see reinvention right there at the bottom with career? Because it says no work and then it says reinvention. This is a situation where some of you may have to reinvent yourself. That is going back to what I was talking about before, where for some of you, you may have had a job and you may have just kept the job because it paid the bills, or for whatever reason, that was just the job that you took. But really, it wasn't the job that fulfilled you emotionally. And now you're ready for something different. So you may have to reinvent yourself. And that reinvention will be possibly for some of you starting your own business. Now, on the economy as a whole, this is where no work reinvention comes in, because if people are being laid off, then they may have to reinvent themselves. There may be a person, let's say they worked in a factory for 20 years and that's all they know is that. It may be advantageous for them to consider a different profession, even though they know factory work, but maybe they should work in healthcare, or maybe they should work in cybersecurity, or maybe they should work in farming, or whatever. There may be something that comes to an end, whether voluntarily or involuntarily, that they have to reinvent themselves and say, okay, this is a rough patch. Yeah, I'm low on cash. Yeah, I'm borrowing money right now, but I need to take this time to reinvent myself. Healer is here too. Some of you might be in the healing business or thinking about going into the healing business. So just keeping that in mind. Now, on the outside, it says award. Now, don't forget, at the bottom of the deck on the Angels of Abundance, it was saying windfall of abundance. On the outside of the heart of the matter, it's saying award. It says winning money, pay off for effort, recognition. And then it says career, advancement, professional work, fame is what this is talking about. So for the award. So for some of you, if you are able to change with the times, if you are able to reinvent yourself, then that will bring some type of recognition for some of you. Also, for those who are starting businesses, you may find yourself receiving some type of recognition off of the business that you start. Because one thing about a business is that it's filling a need in the market. That is the purpose of a business, to fill a need in the market. Grocery stores are a business. A need is that we need food to eat. We need food to survive. So grocery stores, they're pretty reliable business for the most part, even though prices have been going up, but these are minor details. So, it's one of those things. Some people want to be physically fit and physically healthy. Okay, that's a gym. That's why gyms are still around to this day. Now, do gyms open and do gyms close? Yes, they do. But there's still gyms around. There's like a gym 3 blocks away from me or whatever. It's in business because it's filling a need. A need for people to want to stay healthy, get in shape, and maintain physical fitness. So if you're creating a business that is fulfilling a need and it's doing an extraordinary job at doing it, you may receive recognition. Now, let's move the business part out of this. If some of you are on your jobs and everything is going great, you're performing above and beyond, then some of you might receive recognition for that. And that might solidify and I just heard promotion. That might solidify your position in the company where you've done such a great job. You're promoted to a different part of the company with a different title, learning new things. I don't know why, it wouldn't surprise me if the Page of Pentacles comes out. May not, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so there's some of that energy. The other card that is showing on the outside of the heart of the matter is eggs. Eggs. starting over, saving up, resources, nest egg. Some of you might be dipping into your nest egg over the next 30 days for those of you who have it. Just throwing it out there. Career, it relates to healthcare, new opportunities, and insurance as well. So, keep that in mind. Now, at the bottom of the deck, going again, this is what I was talking about. I feel like there's going to be a lot of layoffs going into September. I really, really do. This coffin is at the bottom. It says bad investment, financial challenges, savings. And then it says career, office work, night shift, job ending is what it says. So this is sort of confirming what I was talking about before. But I don't want to focus on that. It's like I'm confident that that's the energy, but I want to focus on the positive energy, if that makes sense. I could, go into all this other stuff, but I want to focus on where there's the opportunity to reinvent yourself, reinvention, if that energy affects you. It may not affect you. You already may be performing well and being recognized regardless in whatever you're doing, whether it's as an entrepreneur or whether it's as an employee. So, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let me go ahead and go to the tarot deck now. May I have the energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. Energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. Energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Something, okay, that's so weird. How do I say that? Something about a third of the 33%. For some of you, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For some of you with this nest egg, you might want to start building your nest egg if you can. And I know it's not always the easiest thing to do. Sometimes this is where you have to get creative, sit down, figure out what subscriptions you want to keep and all this other stuff. But find a way, if you're receiving a paycheck regularly or any type of income, find a way to put aside 33% of the money. And I just heard that it isn't necessarily for the nest egg to where if something goes wrong, for investment purposes. For some of you, it'll be for investment purposes. So if you can get creative and figure out a way to put aside 33% of the money that you're making, then go for it. If that is not an option, see if you can find other ways to generate income and do that. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. May I have some cards, please? Thank you. I like that. May I have another card, please? Woo! Oh, all right. I'm going to take both of these and count them as one. What are these? Wow! Okay. All right, and may I have one more card, please? I was not expecting that. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? Wow. Okay, cool. So, this is interesting. I love it. So for the first card is the Magician. Came out. So this is Virgo and Gemini energy, actually. Because this is Mercury. So it's ruled by communication. Some of you are manifesting this change. if you are in this rough patch, I don't foresee this lasting too long. I really feel you will be able to reinvent yourself, is what you will do. I feel that a lot of people, they're going to put their shoulder to the wheel and do what needs to be done. Should they be affected by any type of layoff or any type of rough patch or whatever. What I love for the two tarot cards that came out together, you can't make this up. The King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles came out together. And for the King of Pentacles, it says provider of prosperity and power. So in the Knight of Pentacles, it says messenger slow and steady. So you will manifest whatever it is. And I feel you're manifesting yourself into that King of Pentacles energy, where you're starting that business, where you're handling the things that you need to be. And this is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And King of Pentacles is Taurus energy specifically. With this, the Knight of Pentacles may not show up when you want him to, but the Knight of Pentacles always shows up on time, and Pentacles deal with the 3D. So anything in the 3D world, whether it's health, whether it's money, whether it's your job, whether it's food, whether it is your living space, whether it's family, anything in the 3D world, this is what Pentacles deal with. And I feel what you're manifesting, the Magician, is into that king, because the King of Pentacles is a boss. Out of all the kings, King of Pentacles is definitely a boss when it comes to money. Now, don't get it twisted. All the other kings have other attributes and stuff, and they can be very businesslike. The King of Wands is probably the better businessman, but the King of Pentacles, when it comes to money, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, what they touch turns to gold. They have a way. The King of Wands has to be more passionate and has to put in more effort. The King of Pentacles, he puts in the effort and he's a very hard worker, but he doesn't have to force it to happen as much like a King of Wands would, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is happening for those who are taking advantage of the energy. Now, the Queen of Wands came out reversed. I just flipped it up, back upright. Be mindful of this, and this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it says, supporter of ambition and business success. Be mindful of being overly ambitious. Meaning, don't throw people on the fire just to keep you warm. I'm not saying don't be passionate. I'm not saying don't be strategic. I'm not saying don't be persistent or even aggressive in some situations. What I am saying is be mindful of the moral compass. Let's say it like that. Be mindful of the moral compass. It's okay to be a tough businessman or a tough businesswoman. That is fine. At what cost? How much collateral damage? Do you see what I'm saying? Because when it came out in the reverse, that sort of was telling me, because some of you might be so passionate about this reinvention, and if somebody can reinvent themselves, it's Queen of Wands energy. For sure. But you may be so passionate about it and so ready to get things done, you're moving in a frenzy and you're not aware that maybe you're causing collateral damage in the process to those in your orbit. Do you see what I'm saying? So just be mindful. Now, I'm not saying throw yourself on the fire to keep someone warm. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying be mindful. That's it. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. It says provider of emotional support and maturity. So again, this is that be mindful of people's feelings. And the King of Cups is fair, but the King of Cups is not overly emotional. The King of Cups is someone that you can lean on for emotional support. And they're providing emotional support. but they're not overly emotional. They don't let their emotions get the best of them when they make decisions. All right, and then the final deck, we're about to wrap this up. Thank you for those of you who have stuck with me this far. You are truly part of the Firebird gang, and I love you for that. May I have the energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money? Energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. Energy for the collective in regards to the economy and money. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. May I have another card, please? All right, 2 in the middle. I'm going to take that as, I'm going to count them as 1. Yeah, this is another confirmation. How the 2 tarot cards came out together, and then how 2 more tarot cards came out together again. Some of you are going to enter a partnership in a business. Just throwing that out there. There's definitely going to be a partnership, and there's going to be contracts too. May I have another card, please? Okay. Wow. All right, that fell on the heart of the matter. I'm going to put this one on the outside. What's at the bottom of the deck? Court. So some people may be dealing with court situations. I just heard bankruptcies. Those might be big in, not specifically to an individual, but I'm just talking about in general. There might be a thing in regards to bankruptcy court that's going on. Also, there may be something over land too. Okay, so the first card that came out is cosmetics on the outside. Cosmetics. Somebody might be going into cosmetics, starting a cosmetics business. Now, 3 cards fell on the heart of the matter. The first card is online course non-college. So someone is doing an online course non-college. And just a heads up, my dryer is about to finish more than likely, and it's going to make this loud buzzing noise. So that's what that is if you hear that. Anyways, so online course non-college. Some of you may be part of the reinvention where you left something and now it's like, oh, let me go take an online course. Maybe you're going to learn how to code. Maybe you're going to learn how to fix air conditioners. Maybe you will learn how to weld or whatever. Some type of non-college course to help you with your reinvention. Other card that came out is seek legal advice. Especially if you're starting a business. Seek legal advice wherever you can. And sometimes you can get legal advice for free depending on where you search as well. Because a few attorneys will have like a free consultation from time to time. And then the third card that fell on the heart of the matter is find a credit union. And please keep in mind this is not legal or financial advice. I'm just reading the energy in the cards. The card that came out is find a credit union. So for some of you, you may want to establish a relationship or a business relationship or a personal relationship or both with a credit union. All right? And then this says 1 week. So 1 week. There may be something of significance happening in 1 week after you listen to this or after you watch this. So yeah. Or it may be something that takes you a week. I just heard something about paperwork where maybe certain paperwork, it might usually be done in a day or two. It might actually take a week. And then I just heard moving in 1 week too. So someone might be moving into like a retail space doing that. Or maybe you're moving into an investment property. Or something of that nature. But there may be something of significance within 1 week. It's on the outside. All right? But the biggest thing I'm taking away from this is the energy I got in the pre-shuffle, which is a business state of mind. That is where I'm at on that. Okay? KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.